Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. I am Vivian and today I want to show you how to make this ruffle pencil sleeve. Okay, so I have my fabric here and I say a very big welcome to you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. You are very much welcome, and if you're new to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button below to be part of this lovely family. So thank you for doing that, and don't forget to turn on the bell beside it, okay, so that whenever I upload a new video you would be notified. I upload videos on this channel on sewing tutorials, fashion tips, styles, fashion business tips, DIYs, okay, and a lot, and I know you will not want to miss out on any of this. So thank you for joining. Now, to make our sleeve, I've already made the A-line dress. So I have a video on this channel on how to make your A-line dress. Okay, it is very detailed and I'll be leaving the link in the description box so that you check it. So what we are doing today is our ruffle pencil sleeve. So I've also cut out my sleeve like you can see here. Okay, I also have a video on this channel. I've taught how to cut your sleeve. I've taught this on this channel, very detailed. I'll also be dropping the link in the description box below in case you don't know how to draft or how to cut your sleeve. So I'll be leaving the link in the description box. Then I also need my fabric for the ruffles. Okay, so what I'll do is this, and we'll also be needing elastic. So I have my elastic here. So I would measure the round sleeve. Okay, so the measurement I have here, I will times it by 4. So you can actually use 3. Okay, you can use 3. So I hope you can see the sleeve. You can use 3, but I'm using 4 because I want it very full. So I'm taking the measurement I have here, which is 15 inches times 4, and that is 60 inches. Okay, so from my fabric I'll cut 60 inches, and the width of the ruffle will be 10 inches. So I'll be cutting 10 by 60 from my fabric. So I'll cut it I would cut it out and show you. Okay, so the length is 60 and the width is 10. Okay, so 10 by 60, and I'll cut 2 of it for the 2 sleeves. Then I'll show you the next step to take. So I have it here. Okay, so I actually cut out 11. Okay, that is, this side is 11 because what I need is 10, but I had to cut 11 because I need a ½ inch on both sides to join. So ½ inch to join to the sleeve and ½ inch to join to the other part, which is the pencil part. Okay, so that is why I cut out 11 inches. Then the length is 60. So the next thing to do now is to make a running stitch. So on one side I'll make running stitch on one side, while on the other side I would fold. Okay, so I'll just fold, that is creating a space for my elastic to pass through. So I'll just fold, making a space for my elastic, that is creating a pipe for my elastic to pass through. So this is how I will just fold it. Okay, this is how I would fold it so that my elastic can pass through. So that is what I will do. So on one side I will fold, on this other side I'll make a running stitch because I'll be pulling it later to have my gathers, while on this side I'll pass elastic through this side. So I'll do just that and you see it. So I have sewn, that is, I have folded this side for my elastic and I've made running stitch on this side. So what I'll do now is to pull it to match up with this side of my sleeve. Okay, so I'll pull it to match up with the lower part of my sleeve. So now I'll pull until it forms the gathers and match up with my round sleeve. Okay, so I'll just pick one of the thread and I'll pull it. So you do this carefully so the thread will not cut. So by the time I put it together, I have to check, okay, if it has matched up. So I have to check until I've gotten the length of my round sleeve. Okay, so I'll have to pull it a little more. So by the time I've gotten the length, by the time it has matched up, what I'll do now is just to sew it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stitch this one to the lace. So after stitching this one, then I would show you what to do with this other side. Okay, so this is what I have after stitching it. Okay, so the next thing now is to cut my elastic so that this side can also come together. So the length of elastic I'll be cutting is the round sleeve where this part will be on the hand, the round sleeve there. That is what I would cut out. So the round sleeve there is 11 inches. So I'll just measure exactly 11 inches and cut it out. Okay, so this is the length of elastic I'll be using. So I'll cut two because I'm making for the two sleeves. Okay, so I have this. So I haven't cut out the elastic for it. I would also cut out the pencil part. Okay, the pencil side. So what I did is I just cut out a piece of fabric. I'll be placing it on fold like so. So I want to also use it as a lining instead of cutting out separate fabric for the lining. So I folded like this, then I'll fold again. Okay, so by the time I finish cutting it, you would see what I have there. So I just folded like this. So this will be for the pencil part. So the round sleeve at this point is the same length with the elastic, okay, that would hold this side. So at this side I have, that's 11 inches, right? So 11 divided by 2, that is 5.5. So I have my 5.5 here plus half inch for seam allowance. Okay, so I have it there. Then at this point too, what I have there is 10 inches plus half inch for seam allowance. That is 5.5. So this is it. Okay, so the length of the pencil part will be 5 inches. Then I'll add half inch for joining it to this side. So this 5.5. So I hope this is clear. So let me just cut it out and you see what I have there. So this is for the pencil side. So like I said, the measurement I have here, first of all, I placed it on fold like this so that I won't have to line it again. So I'm using the same fabric as a lining, so I won't have to cut out extra fabric for lining. So that's why I folded it this way. Then at this point, this side now, what I have here is the same measurement as my elastic plus seam allowance for sewing in. That is the seam allowance. So that is what I have here. So by the time I fix my elastic and gather this one will go there. Okay, then at this point I have my round sleeve at this side. That is the round sleeve. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to insert my elastic into the piping I have made here before joining this to it. Okay, so I'll use a safety pin to attach to pass the elastic through the piping. So I'll use a safety pin to pass the elastic through the piping. Okay, so I'll just do this. So in order for the elastic not to go in, I'll just hold it down here with pin. So I'll just pin it so that it doesn't pass through. Then I'll continue fixing the elastic. I'll continue passing it through the piping. So after passing the elastic through, I'll remove my safety pin. Then I'll also hold it here with pin so that it doesn't go back inside. Okay, so I have it like so. So the next thing now is to distribute the ruffle properly. Okay, so you can actually stitch down the elastic so that it doesn't go back inside. You can stitch it, then you distribute the ruffle properly all around. So after doing this, I'll then attach the pencil part of the sleeve to it. Okay, so actually this you can do just gathers here and attach the way we did on this side, but I prefer to use elastic so that wherever I push up the ruffle to, it will just remain there without pulling down. Okay, so that is the essence of the elastic. So now I would go ahead and sew this one to it. You can see we already have our ruffle pencil sleeve. So by the time I sew this by 1/2 inch allowance that I took, so I'll have it like so. Okay, so I'll do just that and you see the final outlook of the sleeve. Okay, so let me just stitch it. So this is what I'll do. I'll just notch the midpoint. Okay, I'll notch the midpoint, and also I'll also look for the midpoint of this and I'll mark it. Okay, I'll mark the midpoint. I have it here. I have it here, and this is the midpoint of this one. Then I'll attach it midpoint to midpoint. So I'll attach it midpoint to midpoint like so. I'll hold it down with my pin at this point. Okay, then I'll go ahead and sew it. So now I can draw the ruffle to just match up with this pencil part of the sleeve. Okay, so this is it. Just match it up and match it up at this side also. I'm just holding it down with my pin so that you see what I have there. Okay, so I'll just match it up, then I'll go ahead and stitch it. I'll stitch it like so. So by the time I'm done stitching, we'll have it like this. Then we would attach it to the sleeve. So let me do just that and you'll see it. So I have sewn the pencil parts and this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and attach it to the dress and you see the beauty of it. Okay, so I will show you why I use the elastic on this part so that by the time I pull it, I'll have the shape I want at this area without it, you know, pulling down, becoming straight. So it's going to have that ruffle. So now I'll attach it to the dress and you would see the beauty of it. Okay, so this is it. You can style it whichever way you want. You can see the puff and or the ruffle and the pencil part of it. So this is beautiful in my own opinion, and I hope it is beautiful to you too. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Just hit on that like icon, and if you are yet to subscribe, please, I am begging you, subscribe. I want you to be part of this wonderful family. So just hit on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you so much for watching. So you can see I'm just styling it in different way. You can decide to make it look like flare and pencil. You can make it in a puff, okay, like puff sleeve. You can make it look in any way you like. So that is the essence of the elastic I fixed there. So you can see, you can style it to your taste. So that is one thing about the sleeve. It's just so beautiful, and you know, you can just style it the way you want. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Remain blessed. I love you all. Bye.